not going to be as, widespread certainly as yesterday. It's more like isolated, scattered later on. We have this front that's still trying to pass through along with the trough that's not too far off. But these are totals in and around the area, over half an inch, less than an inch in Central Park, LaGuardia, almost in a half an inch. But there were some areas, we talked about Connecticut just a second ago, that got up to a few inches. So it really did depend on where the cells set up, as we mentioned. And we have another round coming through. But when you look at Central Park, for instance, we're still at a deficit, so we actually need the added rainfall. But some areas may not even get anything, the way I'm noticing the movement is coming through as these storms develop later on today. So we'll have a closer look at the timeline. We're at a deficit in the temperature category as well. Here's a look at your satellite and radar. Dry for now. Don't need the umbrella, but have it tucked away just in case for later on. There is a trough that we're talking about just offshore. We have that cold front still waiting to come through. We have a couple areas of low pressure, one to the north, another to the south. Could stir things up a little bit for us later on. Temperatures are in the upper 60s, low 70s, upper 80s mainly. There may be a few 90s sprinkled in, especially if you're in New Jersey, places like Eastern Passaic, Bergen, down in toward Morris County. There's a potential for a 90-degree reading here or there, even Hudson and Essex as well. Here's a look at our futurecast feel-like temperatures at around the noon hour. There may be some areas feeling kind of like 92 degrees, like we see there at Central Park. Overnight temperatures would be down to the 70s again. Another round, potentially a fog that we have to contend with. And as a matter of fact, as you make your way out right now, you may notice a little bit of that. Here's a timeline. And as you can see, those spotty showers, isolated storms coming through. It doesn't look as robust, but the potential, telling you, it's still there. Not going to be widespread, not all night long or anything like that. Non-severe storms expected. Nothing like yesterday where we had the excessive rainfall and all the winds to go along with it and hail. Excessive rainfall amounts, level 1, some parts. Here's a look at your 7-day, sending it over to Alexa.